Hey everybody, and just lean in. I wanted to get on here tonight and talk about something that is really important. You know, we try to talk about the psychology of weight loss and eating well just as much as we talk about the carbs, the fats, what you should be eating and what you shouldn't be eating. But we like to talk about what's going on in the mind, because at the end of the day, your coaches at Just Lean In can tell you what to eat, when to eat it, when to exercise, but we can't get inside. Like, we can't get to your heart, and we can't, at the end of the day, there's got to be some willpower, some desire, and some discipline. So want to tell you a little story. Well, it's not really a story, but let's talk about an analogy. So we were joking the other day about how a lot of people like to have their temperature set at a certain place in their house. So for me, I am a 68 girl through and through. I don't care if I'm at a hotel, I'm at my parents'. My poor dad has to put on a coat when I go to his house. He gets really irritated with me. If I'm at my house, if I'm in a store, if I'm in a doctor's office, a massage place, whatever, it's got to be at 68. If it's at 69, I can tell. If it's at 67, I can tell. It makes me very uncomfortable. That's kind of how our brain works when it comes to weight loss. So let me just give you an example. Let's say that you are stuck at 170, okay? And your ideal weight is 155, okay? That's your ideal weight, okay? But you have been stuck at 170 for a very long time. Now, what you may not know is that your brain might have already accepted that 165 is really what you're worth, right? That's your value. And I don't like to talk too much about pounds, because you can have two women that weigh 165 pounds and look completely different, but we're just going to use this as an example. So let's say that you've started our program at Just Lean In. You've gotten a coach, you've gotten your meal plans, you know exactly what you're going to be eating on Monday. You're fired up, you're ready to go. You've hit your rock bottom, because I talk to women all day long, and it's all very similar stories due to COVID, due to babies, due to hormones, due to thyroid. They want to lose 20, 30 pounds. That's what they tell me, okay? So you get fired up, right? Sunday night, you're prepped, you're ready to go. Maybe you purchased the meals for Michelle, or maybe you're making them yourself, whatnot. Everything is ready. You are so excited, okay? So day one comes, and you get up in the morning, you drink our amazing smoothie, you have your snack, you have your amazing, avocado chicken salad. For dinner, you have some salmon, and it's just amazing. Maybe you have a sloppy Joe, you have your snacks, you drink the lemonade all day that we have you have your soup and all of that. And you're loving life, and you're feeling really good, and you're feeling like, I can do this, right? So day two comes along, same thing. You probably wake up with a lot of energy because you've kind of changed your gut flora really quickly, and you're feeling really good about yourself and confident, and you're like, I'm excited to do this again. And you have your smoothie, and you have your soup, and you have all your stuff, and you report to your coach, and you journal your food, and you do all the things that we try to tell you to do. Then Wednesday comes around, and you're like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Drink my smoothie, eat my food, blah, 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 da, da, da. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you get on the scale, and you're so excited because you've gone from 170 pounds to 166. And you hadn't seen that number in years. And you are like, oh my gosh, this is happening. Wait, is this really happening? Because, wait, I'm not comfortable at 166. Now, I know y'all are going to be like, okay, that's weird. Hear me out. Just stay with me. You get really used to things. Your body believes it deserves a certain amount of income. That's why I used to have a gambling problem, I fully admit. I was never comfortable being ahead, because at that time my self-worth was really low, and I was never comfortable getting ahead. So when I would win money in the slot machine, I literally would stay there till I had lost it again, because that's where my self-worth was. So some of you will hit 166 and be like, okay, this is really cool. I'm feeling really good. And now that I know that I can lose some weight, I'm I'm going to be okay to go ahead and have a little bite of a cupcake tonight, okay? Bite of a cupcake's not going to kill you, right? We tell you can get right back on track. But then you taste that and you think, man, I'm losing weight, and now it's kind of like an alcoholic. Like, I can have a couple of beers, right? Like, it'll be fine. Like, I'm not an alcoholic. I've been clean for 30 days, and just give me a couple beers. It'll be fine. Everything's fine, right? And you have a couple beers, no big deal. But then one night you have a bender, and it is a big deal. You never know when that's going to happen. That's a whole different topic, and we can talk about alcoholism. I think there's a lot of alcoholics. We probably have some in this group, and we probably have some, there's thousands of them, and there's a lot of alcoholics out there that will never claim to be an alcoholic. I've probably got tendencies myself. I think I've got a lot of addiction tendencies, but anyway, I don't mean to veer off. Here's my point. So psychologically, you have lowered the temperature, okay, from 170 to 166. That becomes uncomfortable. I know it sounds really strange. So then you eat and you eat and you eat and you cheat and you get further away from your coach. If you're a believer, this is kind of random. If let's say you're a believer, you're a Christian, and you pray to the Lord and you sin really bad. You ever just want to hide? You think you can hide from him? You think you can turn your back, right? We do that, right? Because we have coaches that just lean in to help keep us accountable. Just like if you're a believer, the Lord keeps you accountable. He's who you go to for help. But when you sin really bad, and you have, a lot of us, instead of going to him and explaining, we turn our back. Not turn our back, but try to hide, which we can't hide from God. But that's if you're a believer, it's a good analogy. So you stop talking to your coach, you get a little bit more lax, and then all of a sudden, you wake up in a few weeks and you're at 172. And you're like, oh, whoa. 172. Okay, now I'm uncomfortable again. Okay, because where I'm really comfortable is 170. Okay, so now you eat really, really good. You drink lots of water. You call your coach. You get fired up again. You get back on track, right? You put the notes up on the wall, and you're like, I'm doing it again. Okay, you get back down to 167. I don't know that I'm comfortable here. I don't know that I deserve to weigh 167. Do I really deserve it? Y'all, I'm sharing this with you because this is me. I've been through this. When I start losing weight, I know a lot of people, when they start losing weight, it motivates them to keep going. But there's some people that will actually self-sabotage it. Because for some of us that only have 10, 15 pounds to lose, that can be just as hard. Please don't take this the wrong way. For my 100-pound cases, I love my 100-pound cases. You guys are amazing. But a lot of the 100-pound cases will drop 20, 30, 40 pounds fairly quickly because they have more weight to lose, right? But my 10-pound cases, it's incredibly difficult because we're so used to this one set weight. And when we get towards our goal, we self-sabotage. So what I'm asking you to do tonight when you go to bed is I want you to think about, what are you worth? What is really driving you to be here? Do you deserve to be 155? Do you feel like that's where you want to be? Because again, we go where we're comfortable. People make a certain income, they make too much, they spend it to get down to where they are. They'll spend just enough to survive. And if they get under it, they'll work just enough to get back. I don't know where all this is coming from. I just felt led to share this message tonight. But I think we do this in a lot of areas in our life. We don't feel that we're really worth losing weight. Why do people with depression a lot of times eat and eat? Because they're filling a void, but it's also a form of, hurting yourself. People physically hurt themselves in different ways. And some people eat and eat. Some people drink and drink. Lots of alcohol. Some people take pills. Some people take drugs. Some people gamble. I've seen gambling support groups. If you've never met if you've never met somebody with a gambling problem, I'm telling you, they're one of the saddest stories you'll ever read about. It's a very sick addiction, and it's just as bad as drugs, in my opinion, and it ruins families. But they don't feel that they're worth anything, and they try to constantly go back and do it over and over and over, and they can't get out of this addiction. So what I'm here to tell you is you got to set yourself a realistic goal, first of all. And this cannot be you've got to really this is going to be rocky. Like, this is not going to be easy. This is going to be a rocky road. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to be so fired up about this program for a few days. And then you're going to be like, okay, this was fun. I want to go get some Blue Bell ice cream now to celebrate. Just like an alcoholic stops drinking and then they want a beer to celebrate that they stopped drinking. Because it's where we're comfortable. Does anybody on here agree? Like, I'd love to see some comments. Is anything I'm making sense? Or did this just come from a place of ignorance? Like, am I making sense because I do this? And you know what it is? It's insanity. It's pure insanity. And so I know that I do it. And so when I've got a new goal. I need to lose about 10 pounds myself. I've gotten off track myself running the business, and I'm back on our plan. And I acknowledge that I do that. When I get down to 4 or 5 pounds, I'm like, okay, I can eat. That's not about that. Like, this is a journey. But you need to feel like you deserve to be at the weight that you want to be at, or the way you want to look, or the way you want to feel. It doesn't have to be weight, but the way you want to feel. Like, if your pants start feeling better, you think, okay, I'm going to go celebrate and have a margarita. I will tell you this. Unfortunately, you can do a lot of damage with food in a much quicker time than it takes to undo the damage. I'm just going to be blunt. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, right, Rita? Like, I'm not saying that you can't go out on a vacation and enjoy yourself, but you get off track for a couple of weeks, man, you can really, it can be much more difficult the second time around. And so what I'm here to know your boundaries. If you can't have a piece of cake or a bite of cake, don't do it. If you can't have Oreos in your pantry, don't have them there. But you need to sit back and think about, am I worthy to weigh 155? Like, am I worthy of that? Am I really worthy of that? Like, really think about that. Do I deserve it? And if you do, then when you hit 164, 163, you keep going. You keep going. You keep going because you're not there yet. Like, some of us are addicted to struggle. Some of us are addicted to drama. We're addicted to pain. And if it's feeling too good, then we got to get back down where that pain is. Some of us have been obese our whole life on this call or this group. Some of us have had this problem our whole life, and that's what we're used to. I have cervical dystonia, and it's a neck problem. When someone makes it better, I feel strange. Even though it feels better, it feels strange because that's not what I'm used to. So does this make sense to anybody? Does anybody want to comment, or is anybody even watching? This starts with your heart. Like, this is about the inside. We can tell you what to eat. We can tell you the exercises to do, but you have to learn to love yourself and go, I deserve to weigh 155. And say it over and over and over. Put it on your fridge. Put it on your pantry when you're going in there to binge. No, the food will always be there. One time when I thought I had a drinking problem, I think more what it was my neck was hurting me really bad, and I was drinking a lot of Corona Lights. This was in my early 30s, and I thought I had a drinking problem. I don't think I do, but I thought I did. Anyway, I don't have time to drink. It makes me sick, and I can't function well. But I remember talking to a sponsor about it just to see if I had this problem. And I remember something she said that really hit me. And she said, the Corona Light is right down the street at 7-Eleven, and it's always going to be there. Like, it's not going away. It'll be there tomorrow. You're okay. Just don't drink today. And what I'm here to say is, number one, what is your worth? Like, when you tell me on the phone that you want to lose 40 pounds, do you really? Do you really envision, do you really think you can do that? Because we need you to believe that you can. We believe you can, but we need you to believe that. And if you don't believe you can, you need to talk to your coach. That's what your coach is for. You need to go, Coach Jen, I'm really struggling here because I have zero self-worth right now. I don't deserve to be fit. I'm fat. I'm lazy. I feel depressed. I don't know. I can't get myself out of this. That's what you go to her and say, I need help. And that's where we're here for those moments. We want you to say, you know what? I screwed up last night. I ate 3 cupcakes and 10 Oreos. I screwed up. And Jen's going to say, you know what? Give yourself some grace. The worst thing you can do when you have a relapse, the worst thing you can do is to continue down that path. She's going to say, drink a ton of water the next day. Let's do a leg day. Let's really burn it out. You can't burn out the Oreos, but you can use that fuel to burn it out. And she's going to say, we're going to get right back on track. We're not going to do anything. We're not going to do anything major, dramatic. We're going to get right back onto it, because you can't outrun a cupcake. You just can't. I'm sorry. You can't. Do you know how many women I talk to that work out every single day? You cannot outrun a cupcake. You can't do it. I wish you could, but you can't. So you have to think to yourself, what am I worth? What am I worth? Am I worth 155 or am I worth 175? Am I addicted to drama? Am I addicted to struggle? Am I addicted to the anxiety? Am I addicted to depression? Because there's more to life than all of this. There's more, and the food is just a side effect of what's going on inside. So you got to come to us and say, I want this really bad, but here's why I'm struggling. So we can talk. That's what you pay your coaches for. We're not very expensive. We're like $1.85 a day, and you got a person you can talk to every single day. Now, obviously, if you have a medical problem, you need to go to your doctor, but we've all of our staff has had some sort of issue, whether it's been depression, whether it's been eating disorder, whether it's been some binging in the past, whatever. That's why we're here. We're not really here to make money. We're here to help you. We're here. We have a business, but we're here because we've been through it. That's why I've been helping women lose weight for 25 years for free. And I told my husband, I want to do this as a business. This is what I want my career to be, because this is a mission. This is what I'm passionate about. We can give you all the tools, but we can't come inside you. We can't get in there, but we can talk through it. So I'm here to say, it's not going to be easy. This is not, if it was easy, we'd all be fit, right? When I go travel, I look around in airports, and it's real hard for me to find somebody that's really fit. It's just not normal anymore. The norm is obesity. Well, where I live, apparently, Jen says nobody's overweight in Boston, but in Texas, we have a lot of overweight people. But yeah, so my thing is that if you really want to weigh 155, then let's get you there. Let's act as if you're already there. Start buying some clothes, size 6. Visualize yourself on the beach. Visualize yourself with your clothes falling off you. Visualize your husband coming home going, dang. Or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever going, dang. Do you know some of the best compliments I get is when I'm just no makeup, I'm running around, and somebody stops me and says, "Do you work out?" Like, I cannot tell you how proud that makes me, because that means they see something that I've done, for myself. Good. When someone asks, now I hope they'll ask me when I'm 60 and 70 the same question. When they stop asking me, I get sad. But I'm here to say, get past 166. Like, it's so much, there's so much more for you to go through. Not that, look, a couple of pounds, that's water weight. That's nothing. That's just getting your body ready. And it takes a while to get, once you put the crap back in, it takes a while to get it back out. So, I'm not saying that when you mess up, it's the end of the world, but I'll tell you what, you mess up pretty bad, you got to get right back over and start all over again. Why do that? Just don't eat the donut today. Don't drink the wine today. It'll still be there tomorrow, right? Let's pretend we're all, in a support program here. Don't eat the cookie today. When I go to sleep tonight, I'm going to say, just don't eat I can eat it in the morning. Don't eat it tonight. Go for some of our soup. Go for, some protein, whatever. Just for today. It'll be there in the morning, and I guarantee you'll wake up and you will be so proud of yourself, and you won't have the guilt and you won't have the shame. And the next day, you got a choice, but the food will always be there. Destiny says, my patients and coworkers say you're getting smaller and smaller. Doesn't that make you feel great? Glenn says, Emily and her coaches are very good at this. Cheer you on daily. Jen says, yeah, there might be a few fat people in Boston. Lindsay says, this is literally what I've wanted for so long. Someone to tell me what to eat and when, and tell me when to work out. That's awesome. I love you guys. Lindsay says, yes, way better than a gym membership and a trainer. I love you guys. I'm loving all the success stories that we're seeing. Talk to your coaches. Somebody said I hit McDonald's the rough day and wasn't judged but encouraged to get back on the horse. Ooh, I didn't know about that, Glenn. Bad Glenn. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I want to tell you how proud I am of all of you guys. You are amazing. And just remember, this is not easy. This is serious. Like, this isn't a side hustle. We're trying to change your life. Like, we're trying to, like, some of you will, could live longer lives by eating better. Like, we're here to help you change your life. You know what Jen and I were talking about the other day? Somebody said, what is your purpose for Just Lean In? And we were trying to figure that out. And I can't remember, I think I said it and I think she said it. We want to make you be your best you so that you can do what you do best. Rita, did we just figure out our mission? We want to make you your best you so you can go do what you do best. Whether that's a mother, a worker, a wife, whatever it is, we want to get rid of all this stuff so you can be you and not worry about how many carbohydrates you've eaten that day and not worry about how many, what you're supposed to do for a workout. Or do you know how much brain power that takes to wake up in the morning and think, what am I supposed to eat today? And what am I supposed to work out? How often am I supposed to work out today? We have people that try the program and they do great and then they drop because they think that we're going to judge them because they screw up. That's ridiculous. We've all screwed up. But my point is let us help you be the best version of yourself so that you can go do what you do best and take this part out of it. Does that make sense to everybody? This is me, zero makeup, in my pajamas, just got out of the bath, got out of it and said, I need to talk to my people tonight. I need to talk to the people because I talk to y'all all day long. I talk to consults, but I never get to talk to the customers. And I wanted to pour my heart out and say, you are enough. You can do this. You can do this. And if you've got a glass of wine sitting there or a donut and you're about to reach for it, I'm going to tell you right now, it'll be there tomorrow. Let's let the miracle happen. Let the miracle happen. Get past 166. Let's see what 164 is like. How are we feeling at 162? Just let it release off your body. Just let it release. Just take a deep breath in the nose and exhale. You got this. You got this. Don't forget to just lean in. Good night, everybody.